Welcome to Darlington, qualifying just underway for the Labor 12 Truck Series. Part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Check them all out at dgsracing.com. Green underline indicates your playoff drivers. We have 6 trucks going for 3 spots. As Harry Grindell, the 70, has already punched his way through. He is not here tonight. So all the green underlined trucks are attempting to be the final 3 trucks into the final 4. We'll do points at the conclusion of the race so that everybody knows who made it and who didn't. Of course, pending any reviews that would take 24 hours to be official. Watching Cody Cleaver in the 2 make his way around on his first time lap. Let's go on board with him. Right on top of his number 2 Chevy. Comes out of turn number 4. He'll cross the timing line, start lap 2. 29.019. Actually a pretty sporty lap there from Cody Cleaver. That would have been very close to the top of the chart in practice. The track may have cooled down a little bit. Harper posted 28. You want to get on throttle by that Darlington SC in the middle of turns 3 and 4, so he kind of sent it in there hard. I doubt this lap's going to be better, but we'll ride along. 29.02, so slightly, ever so slightly worse. He'll remain P2. Jumped in with Nathan Harper in the Chick-fil-A Ford. Top of the charts, his first lap was the quicker of the 2, 28.936. Jimmy Clapper goes 4th, Quinn Newton 3rd, Blake Giglio clocks in 5th. He knows he needs to get towards the front of the field tonight. Passing track position very difficult at Darlington. Travis Martin clocks in that 4th spot. There's Clapper dual 6. Blake Giglio won his 2nd lap. Trent Sneed rips off a killer lap faster than anything he did in practice. Knocks out a 29.093. And Trenton jumps up to 3rd. Hayden's first lap, a 30.2, as he ran a throwaway lap to get all the speed on his 2nd lap. We'll see if the effort was worth it as he makes his way down the backstretch into turn 3. It's Madigan Motorsports Chevrolet. Enters about a lane off the wall, drifts up to the wall, and then he'll drop it back down, I'm sure, at exit. Just about got the wall, what keeps it off of it. Keeps in the throttle. He puts down a 28.95, puts him 2nd behind Nathan Harper. Helps Trenton to 4th. Here comes Mr. Darlington himself, Lucas Hoytsma. Watched him darn near lap the field once. May not have the speed on a hot lap, but he will definitely be in contention once we get the green flag dropped and the laps start to add up. A lot of space on the inside of the track where he won't trigger a caution, so we could see a lot of trucks slide out of the way. 28.93, so as I say, may not have it on a hot lap. He goes ahead and knocks Harper off the pole. Actually ran an identical lap time. Both of them clocked at a 28.936, but it gave the advantage to Hoytsma in the 10,000th place. Impressive. With that Toyantiac, if you're not familiar with your SRL lore, he slaps Pontiac logos on his Toyota. It's, he's updated it for the new Toyota. He used to run on that last truck's Toyota, so kind of fun to see that back out there. Nice little throwback for Darlington. Cliff Mullen clocked it at 7th. It's better than he was on the practice sheets, so nice effort there from Cliff. Matt Benke's clocked in 14th. Tyler Lehman's heading out there now. 40 seconds left. He's only going to get 1 lap in. Going to have to make it count. Clocks in at a 29.151. Lehman will go to 10th. As I said, there's very little chance he's able to make this back around. I'm pretty sure qualifying will end, and Lucas Hoytsma will be your pole sitter. And time has expired. Lucas Hoytsma going to be your pole winner here tonight. Let's see if he's down in the chat somewhere. He is. Wonderful. Luke DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't know how you done it. You tied the man down to the 1000th place, but you get the pole tonight.
Yeah, it must have been that 4th digit. I'd like to know how close it was. Imagine it's like 1 10,000th. Oh man,
everyone, welcome to
cool.
the.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy to get such a narrow margin to pick up the pole, but you're on the pole here at Darlington, which could be trouble for the rest of the field. I've seen you darn near lap the field in one of these Darlington truck races. Do you feel like you got that tonight, or you think the competition is going to be a little stiffer?
Well, it's definitely going to be a little stiffer. But I don't know. I'm hoping this paint gives me a little more good luck, and maybe we can get close to that again. But yeah, like you said, it's going to be tough to do that, especially with me not being in the playoffs. I don't want to screw anybody up trying to get that done. So I'm going to race as clean as I possibly can, especially after last night, and yeah, we're going to try to bring it home in first.
10-4. Well, I mean, the best way to protect the playoff drivers is to drive off and leave them, right?
Exactly. Yeah. If I can not even have to worry about them, it's ideal.
10-4 here in the best starting spot for that. Good luck, and we'll see how it shakes out here.
Thanks, man.
Lucas Hoytsma and the Toyontiac. You see the Pontiac logos all over the Toyota. Always a good time. Nice throwback to early SRL truck racing lore. And let's run through your starting lineup, presented by our friends at Labor 12. Thanks for the awesome lineup tunes, and check them out because they also sponsor our Trek series, laborxii.com. Awesome rock band, and they're trying to get to 100,000 views before they drop their new demos, so go hit them up on the Spotifys and get those listens, and we appreciate it. Lucas Hoytsma, your pole sitter in the 97 Toyontiac. Nathan Harper in the Chick-fil-A Ford rolls off second. Hayden Lowell in the 56 Napa Chevy starts third. Cody Cleaver in the Chevrolet Accessories Chevy starts fourth. Trenton Sneed in the Sneed Tombstone Game Farm Chevrolet starts in the fifth spot. Colin Teague, the Joint Bass Pro Ford, rolls off in sixth. All of those playoff drivers aside from Cleaver and Hoytsma, so a lot of heavy hitters up towards the front. Cliff Mullins starts seventh in his AC Racing Graphics Chevrolet. Travis Martin, the Ghostman Ford, starts in the 8th spot. Quinn Newton, the 712 Brake Chevrolet, rolls off in the 9th spot. Love that scheme for him. Tyler Layden in the TZN Ford starts in the 10th spot. Jeremy Clapperdool, Maple Leafs Heathrow, started from the pit lane despite qualifying 11th. Blake Giglio, he's out on track. The Artemis Esports Toyota with the wheel turned for style starts in the 12th spot. Dalton Hayes, the GMAC Scooby-Doo Chevrolet throwback for, I believe it was Ryan Vickers that ran that scheme. He'll roll off there in the 13th spot. Zach Margison, the Gamer Sup Chevrolet number 55, still in the playoffs, trying to get into that final round next week. He rolls off 14th. Matt Benke, the Amtrak Chevrolet, starts 15th. Patrick Catalano, the Haviland Chevrolet, starts in 16th. Here at Talmadge, don't see him out on track, so he may be starting from the pit lane. TJ Floyd, he'll start 18th in the 49 Hexclad Chevrolet. J Much, the Taz Goodwrench throwback, he'll start in 19th. Dave Hoytsma, the Labor 12 Chevy, in 20th. Daniel Wallace, CTC Labor 12 Chevrolet, starts in 21st. Will Ashburner, DGSRacing.com Footwear Screen Printing Chevrolet, rolls off 22nd. 22 trucks out on the grid or in the pit lane. We'll see if Talmadge officially gets a start. Don't see him out there yet on the pit lane. Thanks, Labor 12, for the starting lineup tunes. Appreciate it. So pace car heads down to pit lane. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. 6 trucks trying to get the last 3 spots in the playoffs for next week's finale. Well-timed Jake. Green flag in the air and the boogity, boogity, boogity. Hoytsma and Lowell both well below that white dotted line to get into corner 1. How will we get off turn number 2? This is usually where trouble happens. Oh, Hayden, all kinds of out of shape. Hangs on to it. Looks like the rest of the field kind of single filed back past the middle of the pack. Cliff Mullins kind of stacking them up there. Travis Martin, Blake Giglio gets sideways into 16. He's going to save it. He's going to lose a ton of track position, but he saved the truck. And Blake drops down to the last truck in the playoff grid right now. Hoyts was cleared of Hayden Lowell and Nathan Harper. Cody Cleaver in 4th, and Trenton Sneed, your top 5. Trenton absolutely hates this place, says he's terrible at it, and here he is running 5th. Never believe what they're trying to sell you is what I'm going to tell you. Harper all over the back of that 56. I think Hayden knows he needs to save tire. We'll see how long he can. Dropping bars, whoops. I didn't mean to. It's a bit foggy here. It's very humid. It's kind of a very hot, humid day here in South Carolina. You don't want to walk outside, that's for sure. I'm glad I'm in the air-conditioned booth. It's just muggy and nasty. Hoyts was put 6/10 on the field already on lap number 3. Swamp-ass season, yes. That's very accurate for South Carolina in mid-May. Hayden's really sliding that right rear coming off the corners. I know he's trying to save a little bit, but that's actually going to hurt him. He's leading the playoff contenders. Harper's trying to find a way by, and it's stacking up the field a bit. As you see, all the way back to the 50 of Colin Teague. They're all piled up there together. The only non-playoff truck there is the 2. Cody Cleaver mixed into this battle. Cleaver had a really good season. Just didn't quite get to all the races, so otherwise probably would have been right in the thick of things. These 5 trucks stay single file. Well, here goes Harper trying to make the move on Hayden. We'll see if Hayden gives him the position or fights him. Gets really tight, and his 7 truck did not go down low enough. Hayden keeps in the throttle, and he will stay there, so he is going to fight it. He wants to be able to save his tires and keep his track position at the same time, so he's kind of backing up the field, and Lucas Hoitzman is probably very thankful for it. Side-by-side battle, Cleaver and Harper now. Harper hangs on to it. What we mentioned by passing is at a premium here at Darlington. Very difficult. Track's very narrow in the actual lanes that you race in. It looks very wide in that shot right there, but trust me, it is not. Well, we got to get a hydrate in for Cody. Appreciate you, my man. Cheers. 7 laps in. Hayden's still able to hang on, hold off everyone. It's really brought everyone back to Quinn Newton into this main group. There's Cliff, Travis Martin, Tyler Lanin. Now Trenton's looking inside Cleaver. Cleaver tags the outside wall, trying to leave Trenton room. Trenton about spun himself out, trying to leave Cleaver room. Now they're side by side behind him. Lanin and Colin T go side by sides. 2 Fords chasing 2 Chevys. And this has given Lowell and Harper a bit of a gap. Lanin backs off and lets Colin Teague go. Cody Cleaver lets Trenton Sneed go. And now Colin Teague's going to try to get by Cleaver. Ooh, gets tight off of turn 2. Cleaver just about brushed the wall. And goes Tyler Lanin past Cleaver's. Cleaver's dropping back, I think on purpose. Seems like he wants to kind of save his stuff a bit. Trenton already running down those trucks of Harper and Lowell. So you can tell how much Hayden's saving. 1.9, 1.3, I guess, now the gap. Hoitzman to Lowell. Lucas just out and clear sailing. 10% of the way through the race. Looks like Daddy Dave's had an issue, lost the back end of his truck. Let's see what happens to Dave here. He gets up and into the outside wall, and J Munch misjudged it, gets into him as he's on the wall, knocks the back bumper off of it. TJ Floyd's also left the race. I didn't see what happened to TJ. He gets on the pit lane here. He's out of shape going down the backstretch. Unsure what happens to TJ here. Don't see any damage to the truck. Maybe just had something else needed to do. Got his laps in for the race, and he is headed down to the pit lane. So TJ Floyd out of this one. Leaves us 19 still running. We had Talmadge not actually get out on track. Hoitzman's out in the lead by 1.4 seconds over Hayden. And we have Lowell and Trenton Sneed in 4th. Three of those 6 underlined trucks in green will make the finale next week. We'll be doing the points at the end of this race. Let you know who's in, who's out. Points go out the end of halfway for the top 10, so extra spot for them to pick up some points for that. TJ just says he's not very good here. That's why he went to the pit lane. Poor TJ. It's only one way to learn and get better, though. Keep doing it. But I understand completely not wanting to. So Trenton rides 4th, Colin Teague 5th, then Tyler Layden. Cody Cleaver, Travis Martin, Quinn Newton as we get our first caution. Unfortunately involving one of our playoff trucks. Oh my gosh, Will Asherbrander with the Arca brake just destroys him. I don't know if Will didn't see him or what. Let's go back and see how Margison got around. See, he's battling the 89 of Clapper Newell. And the 2 Canadians come together. Not very brotherly. Clapper Newell was a little bit lower than Margison thought he would be. He went up across him, and then Will Asherbrenner just comes in and destroys Margison. Let's see what was going on in the cockpit of that 31 truck. He tried to miss him, but just had way too much speed. You heard him let up and turn left, but just not able to miss him. And that puts Asherbrenner on the pit lane with a tow. He's going to go at least a lap down. Probably more. Find where the pace vehicles are, and there they are. Coming to lap him a second time. He's already one lap down. Should be just about everybody on the lead lap on the pit lane. Everyone was clean into their box. Didn't see anybody backing up. Trenton Sneed going to make a mistake, and I think all these guys not taking 4 tires is going to be a mistake. I know it's early in the race, and they only get a limited set of tires, but man, I can't see not taking tires at Darlington. Which is why Lucas and Hayden both took a set, as did Harper. The top 5 look like all fuel stops. Trying to save tires for late in the race, it seems. They expecting maybe more caution than I am. Harper, Teague, Lanen, Cleaver, Newton, Benke, and Wallen all take a set of tires, and Clapper Newell, I think, came down to check his damage. In and out for the 89 team. Catalano, 25 seconds, I think had some right side damage to work on. J Munch back on the pit lane, or just now rolling out. He had 50 seconds stop to fix some damage. Will Asherbrenner, 15 seconds stop. I think he took the faster pair. So he hit pretty hard with Margison. Margison is still trying to complete the tow job, so he is now 3 laps down. He is going to be hoping for some carnage in this race to try and get those laps back before other drivers go a lap down. Only chance, really, Margison has of making the finals at this point. DJ Floyd said he's back the wall every lap. Yeah, I mean, it's Darlington. Professionals even do that. It's definitely a hard track. It's fun, though. I love it. I like the challenge. I like things that are hard to drive, difficult to do. I don't want the truck to basically drive for me and be boring like Talladega by yourself in qualifying. It's so miserable. Lights out on our pace cars. We head into turn number 3. We're getting set for a restart in about half a lap. A third of the way to halfway. Talladega's fun in a pack and with strategy and when you're green. B-Roy, welcome on in with the party of 42 raiding while we're here at Darlington Labor 12 Truck Series. Trenton Sneed gets us back underway. The top 5 trucks did not take tires. So watch for Lucas Weissman in this Blue 97 to make his way through. Thank you all for the raid. Hope your stream was amazing. Let me know what you were up to. See Travis Martin in 63 get a little loose there. Blake Giglio out ahead, and Trenton Sneed getting a lap lead. That'll help his playoff chances of making the finals next week. Dalton Hayes battling 56 of Hayden Lowell. Those two had quite a history last night. They were going at it, both on the radio and on the track. Oh, the 7 of Harper gets way out of shape in the Chick-fil-A 40. Saves it. It's going to cost him 2 spots, maybe 3 as Colin Teague goes around the outside. Hey, right, welcome on in. Welcome on in, Raiders. Appreciate you being here. What are you guys up to? This is the Labor 12 Truck Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Is the contact between Dalton Hayes and the 64 and Tyler Lanen. That allows 50 of Colin Teague to get through. Good one in there, Colin, for being a heads up. Looks like Lucas Weissman making his way past Blake Giglio. Teammates battle. Couple Toyotas side by side. Lucas going to drive it in deep into one. Clear his teammate of Giglio. So Lucas took that fresh set of tires and he had that big lead on the field. Go Blake. Yeah, he's hanging out in 3rd. He didn't take tires though, so he's a little bit susceptible to those that did. Hayden Law goes by him on fresh tires. The truck's on Blake's strategy is going to be the leader, Trenton Sneed, Blake Giglio, Travis Martin behind him, and then down to Cliff Mullins and Clapper Newell 9th and 10th. As Lucas clears Trenton, takes over the race lead once again. Those trucks I mentioned Sneed, Giglio, etc. Travis Martin. Oh, they were hoping for this. Another caution. Zach Margerson just left the race, and Quinn Newton limping down the pit lane with a smoking engine. Missing a left front fender. Let's see what happened to Quinn here. Oh, looks like the 50 of Teague was involved. Teague's down there on the bottom. They make contact. Wonder if Teague lost control of his truck, like maybe his wheel went dead. He goes to the left for no apparent reason down the backstretch and absolutely ruins Quinn Newton's truck. Quinn will be able to take that fast repair at least and get back into the action. That was weird. Let's go back and watch the 50 through all this. Colin Teague, one of our playoff trucks. It's up there with Dalton. A little bit of contact, turns him up into the outside wall. And I think that may be where Colin Teague broke a right front perhaps. And that gets him into Quinn Newton there as Teague bounces it then off the inside wall. So yeah, that contact with Hayes gets Colin Teague into the outside wall, breaks his right front suspension, and then kind of sends him down into Quinn. As you see, he's having a hard time controlling it there. Tough break for Colin Teague and Quinn Newton. Colin in the playoffs trying to be one of the 3 trucks that moves on to next week's finale. There is Lucas in the 97. He's obviously not going to take tires here, so he just took a set. Hayden's coming down. He passes the pace car and everything. I think he's going to pull over and go take a pee or something. Probably bring the truck to a stop, and I think he had to recalibrate something. That was odd. So you did come down the pit lane. Nathan Harper came down, took fuel. Trenton took his set of tires. So he took his first set here. Travis Martin came down, took a set of tires, as did Cliff Mullins. Colin was a 10-second stop, so it's possible he took right sides. Possible. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's possible. Ashburner also a 10-second stop. He could have been doing damage or any number of things, just waiting to be the last truck off pit lane. Llewellyn, 21-second stop. I think he had some right side repairs to work on. J Munch still clearing some repairs on that truck. He able to beat the pace car off and stay on the lead lap. Dalton Hayes, can't really see him. There he is. 47 truck's gone, a lap down, working on repairs. Quinn Newton 2 laps down. He was able to get one of them back here. Out of the race, Zach Margerson, Dave Hoytsma, TJ Floyd. So unfortunate for Margerson, he won't be making the next round of the playoffs. We're down to 5 trucks battling for 3 spots, as Harry Grindel's already taken one of the 4. One of the final 4 spots with the win last week. He's loading his grip packs. Oh my gosh. Ethan Evers says Hayden Law was pulling off to the side to load his grip packs. Lucas, winningest driver in SRL history. 135, I believe, and counting. Going up against Hayden Lowell, 3rd highest winning driver, and well, right behind him is 2nd, Blake Giglio. So we got 3 heavy hitters at the front of this field right now. 2 different strategies though. Blake a little bit older tire. He's gonna have to work to hold off the field. He gets up right in front of Hayden. Hayden has a truck to his inside, so he can't go down. Hayden probably annoyed that Lucas is going to get away a little bit. Nothing Blake's doing wrong. He's running his own race. A little bit of a bobble out of lane, and that's going to help Cleaver clear him. Hayden trying to stay to the inside of the 16s. They head down on the 1. Gets it all the way down on the flat and drives it up the hill. Can't quite get up into Giglio there, and Hayden then gets back to the top so he can get a better run off of 2 and see what he can do down in turn 3 with Blake. It's Lucas Hoytsma loving his teammate right now, holding up the field a bit. Those older tires. Blake making that Tundra plenty wide. And here goes Hayden trying to get the run out of 4 again. He's got the nose alongside. Last time Blake was able to throttle it up on that high side and stay on his outside. Hayden once again has Blake stuck to his outside. This time he doesn't settle back in single file. They're going to stay side by side back to 3. Cleaver right on the tailgate of Giglio. Blake drives it in deep into 3. Hayden gives plenty of room. These two have had quite the story this season. They've had a number of beefs. So far behaving themselves here at Darlington. Color me impressed. Ethan says those grip hacks are only about 40%, it seems. Still working that inside on Giglio. See if Blake drives it in deep in 3. Hayden squeezes him a bit into the wall. That might make Blake mad. We'll see if kind of payback comes from that. Hayden finally clears Blake. I'm sure Blake's none too pleased in that fire suit. Tyler Layden running 4th. Cody Cleaver in 5th. Gets up and into the wall. Gets out of shape, sliding it down the hill. Sure, he'll save that, though. Catalano gets to the outside, and Cody Cleaver may lose 2 or 3 spots. Catalano up into the top 5. Good run for Patsy. Trenton Sneed in that 6th spot. He has some of the freshest tires on track. Tyler Layden able to clear Giglio. I think Blake kind of didn't fight that one as much. As I said, him and Hayden have some beef, so he fought that one tooth and nail. Catalano in the 81 of Sneed. Catalano gets the outside wall coming off turn 2. Trenton toes to the inside down the backstretch. Enters it low in 3, but has to back it off. Very difficult corner to get your cornering speed corrected. They stay off one another. Here's some banging in the background, and there is the caution. It's Clapper Newell and Quinn Newton. That's not surprising. Let's back it up and see what happens here. Way down on the inside is Clapper Newell. He tries to throttle it up, but Quinn Newton's on his outside. A not clear driver situation. Then Quinn Newton finishes him off, turns him the rest of the way around, says, "Get off me." Clapper Newell up into the outside wall. Quinn 2 laps down. Wasn't going to get the lucky dog as a result of Dalton Hayes being 1 lap down, so he went ahead and finished him off. And we're back under caution. Still, a lot more green flag running than I would expect sometimes out of this crew. Blake Giglio going to come down and get that first set of tires as we hit the 1/3 mark. So job well done, really, for Blake. Able to maintain track position fairly well and then come get his first set of tires. Looks like he'll be coming out around 10th, as long as he's the first truck off the pit lane. That is the other end. Let's see if we can get the other. There we go. Well, nobody's down there because Hoytsma didn't pit. Hayden didn't pit. We'll see Harper. He makes his lone way down there to the end of the pit lane. It's like Travis Martin going to be the first truck down and away. Travis with a 5-second stop, so he filled up the tank, as did Harper. Both of those were fuel only, 10th and 11th. Giglio, fresh tires in 12th. And fuel for Daniel Llewellyn, Joel Munchell, Will Asherbrenner. A lot of fuel stops. You see Dalton Hayes making his way around. Getting the lucky dog in the 47. We're back to 15 trucks on the lead lap. 16, 17, I think. Once Clapper Newell makes his way up the pit lane, I don't think he needs to stay there for very long. There's a little bit of right front damage, but it's not torn all to hell. Quinn down there getting repairs as well, as those two were involved in this incident together. Everyone else out of the race, Zach Margerson, Dave Hoytsma, and TJ Floyd. See Lucas Hoytsman, his famous Toyontiac. Yes, that's Pontiac logos on a Toyota truck. Not the first time this has been done. He ran this truck at Darlington, I believe, season 1 or 2 of our truck series. We are now on season 9 for reference. Throwing back to himself as he's in Darlington. As he's entitled to do as the winningest driver in SRL history. He nearly lapped the field of the original truck. So far he hasn't had the opportunity to. I think it's our 3rd caution. Hasn't quite had the opportunity to get away and lap the field yet, but he has put a gap on the field each time. And what is this? Hayden, I think, going down the backstretch pits that used to exist. Just because you can, right? Remember the old school days of NASCAR at Darlington? There were pit stalls back there. Kind of like how Bristol still is today with the front backstretch pits. long as you stay outside that orange cone, you are good to go. Not going to get any violation for staying out on track, but if you go outside that orange cone and then pit, you will get a violation. Darlington, one of the trickier pit roads to get on. It just seems so wide open, and the next thing you know, you passed it. Should get lights out on their pace car? Yes, we do. So Hoytsma and Lowell be the top two heading off in turn number 1 side by side. You have Lanen and Sneed in row 2, Cleaver and Catalano row 3, Mullins and Teague row 4, Benke and Martin row 5. And Giglio with the fresh tires, he'll be restarting 11th here. We'll see how high he can climb by the time the stage drops, as Giglio is trying to get maximum points. So he tries to fight to be one of the 4 drivers next week going for a title. Harry Gradell already locked in. 3 more drivers from this race will make it. Zach Margerson, unfortunately, not going to be that driver. He is out of tonight's race, so still 5 trucks trying to be that driver. Harper, Giglio, Teague, Sneed, and Lowell. The green underlines on your screen. Pace car is off. Field is in the control of that blue 97. He is waiting. There he goes. Lucas Hoytsma jumps on the accelerator. Absolutely leaves Hayden Lowell in the dust. Tyler Lanen trying to get inside and stay inside Trenton Sneed. Trenton really wanted to have him cleared, almost had him. Now Tyler goes ahead and gets ahead of him. I think Trenton let him in there. Side by side further back, Catalano and the 50 of Colin Teague. Travis Martin right behind them both. He's going to try to go around the outside of Catalano. Catalano's drifting up, stays off the Ghost Man. You see Blake right behind him. Blake already up 1 spot to 10th. He's dispatched Matt Benke. Now he has Catalano teammates at low drag. Ooh, almost made contact with that left rear corner. Blake had to back out of it big time. Catalano now opening up a gap in front of him. Blake's going to try to get the run off of the corner here and get to the inside by the time they get to 3. Blake hugging that inside line. That is the 35 Matt Benke riding the wall. Colin Teague, playoff truck, just smacked the wall right in front of these drivers. That yellow and red truck, number 50. Got the wall pretty good coming out of turn number 4. Blake Giglio clears him. Blake up to the 8th spot on those fresh tires. Whoa, Catalano big time out of shape. 54 Haviland truck saves it. Has J Munch closing in. Now here comes Harper in the 7. Harper trying to get into those playoff point positions. And our 4th caution is out. Clapper Newell looks like again. 3rd time Clapper Newell's been involved in a caution out of the 4. Oh, and it's Quinn Newton. What do you know? Quinn's there on his outside again. Clapper Newell just keeps coming up into him again. I've seen this movie. Clapper Newell just not aware of his surroundings, drives up into Quinn Newton. Nice if he gets a green flag running in, but Clapper Newell is very against it right now. Not clear driver. Rar. Yeah, no one believed that, Lucas. No one believed that. 22 laps since Lucas has been to the pit lane. I think people outside the top 10 might come slap on tires, especially Harper, and here he comes. Knew he was in trouble of not getting any stage points. He's going to bring that Chick-fil-A forward down the pit lane. So the other 4 playoff drivers ahead of him are all sitting good for stage points. He's decided to roll the dice and try to get somewhere. Be a real exciting couple of laps when we go back green to get these stage points. How many sets do we have is a great question. Let me see if I can pull Cody Cleaver. Hey, Cody.
Hey.
How many tires do we start with?
I mean, counting the ones on the top car?
Yes.
4.
So 1 on the truck and 3 in the pits.
1 on the truck, 3 in the pits. Correct.
Fun. All right. Well, good luck. And it's been fun so far, I think.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy the smoke show / tornado weather that we've got going on here.
Yeah, it looks real ominous, but I mean, to be honest with you, I'm from the South, and this just kind of looks like a summer day.
Yeah.
It gets this hazy and muggy and nasty. It's just how the South is.
Yeah. So it's a good representation.
Absolutely. All right, bud. Well, thanks for the info.
Yes, sir.
Cody Cleaver letting us know that they started on a set +3 in the pits. Some drivers are already taking set 2 here. We can get Clapper Newell to stop crashing into people. Might be okay. Quinn Newton back down for extensive repairs again. He's now gone 4 laps down. I'm sure he's not going to be in the Clapper Newell fan club after this. The whole Clapper household's against green flag racing. Congrats to our winners earlier today. Had the Rev Sim Shop Dirt Street Stock Tour. Had Lucas Hoytsma pick up the Feature 1 win. And then after the leaders crashed on the white flag lap, Ian Montrose came through unscathed from 3rd to win that race. Congrats to them for picking up wins today. Lucas trying to get a 2nd one. Tyler, Lane, and Hoytsma up front before this restart. I think we're about a lap away from getting restarted. Let's see if we can have a chat with Mr. Hoytsma here in the 97. Well, so far you're showing the speed. We're about a lap away from going green. How do you feel about trying to keep this thing glean? Glean? What is glean? Green!
What about those guys with tires? If we go green, they might have some speed on us, but I don't know. The 89's back out on the racetrack, so I don't think we'll have another green flag run.
All right, bud. Well, good luck, and it seems like you're still the Darlington king so far. You got a lot of speed.
Hey, I love this place. I'm gonna keep going.
10-4. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hoytsma not very optimistic that we'll stay green due to the 89 still being on track. Closing on halfway. Stage points at end of halfway. Go to the top 10. 10 points for the leader. Then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 down to 10. So we see the green underlined drivers. We try to get their best positioning for that halfway lap. Get as many points as possible to try to make the finale. Pace car is off. We'll be starting lap 41 when we get the green flag. Leader can go anytime they want after the pace car is off, and there we go. Lucas jumping out there, trying to get Trenton to the outside of the 56. As Hayden falls under attack from Trenton. We'll see if he stays in the throttle. He's really going to send it in there to get ahead of Trenton. My goodness. And that will get Hayden clear of Trenton. Trenton now under attack from Tyler Layden. Trenton's going to get the wall a little bit coming off of turn number 2, and that gives advantage to Lane, and Trenton falls to 4th. Blake Giglio took on those tires recently. He's closed in on Cliff Mullins to try and get those extra point. And let's check in on drivers that pit this time. Nathan Harper, I guess, did not take fuel, or did not take tires. He's back in 14th. He might be saving them. We'll see. He's very far off the pace there. 4 drivers up in the top 10 for these stage points that are in the playoffs. Hayden really trying to get the playoff extra point here. Trying to work his way past Lucas Hoytsma. Good luck at Darlington. Hoytsma, so tough to beat. Top 2 nose to tail with about 2.5 laps till we give away those points. There's Lanen, Trenton Sneed, Blake Giglio are top 5. Blake's been able to get by Cliff. Travis Martin in 8th, Colin Teague in 9th. Cleaver between them in 7th. Colin Teague way back here. Big gap after Colin. There's Daniel Wall and Matt Benke behind him, Catalano and Harper. Back up front, Hayden trying to stay lockstep with the 97. Go on board with this 56. That is the 97. There we go. As they work through turns 3 and 4, back on to the front stretch. See how hazy it is here in Darlington tonight. Hayden needing every point he can get, trying to get past this Toyontiac of Lucas Hoytsma. He's looking to the inside as they go to 3. Doesn't quite have the nose alongside. Puts it back in there again. Sends it in there deep. Will not have him cleared. He'll have to back out of that. And Hoytsma not worried at all. Coast his normal line. He'll pick up the 10 points here at halfway. You get 10 points to Hoytsma, 9 for Hayden Lowell, 8 for Tyler Lehnen, 7 for Trenton Sneed, 6 for Blake, 5 for Cliff, 4 for Cody Cleaver, 3 for Travis Martin, 2 Colin Teague, and 1 going to Daniel Llewellyn. That is how our stage points get awarded here at the end of halfway. Hayden got a good bundle of points there. All of the playoff trucks still running except Harper picked up at least a point. Hayden second, Lehnen, Trenton Sneed, Blake Giglio, your top 5. Blake has the freshest tires, just behind Trenton. Trenton has fresher tires than the top 3. Tires matter a ton here, but you have to be able to save them at the same time. We heard about 30 to 35. Some of these leaders might be in trouble. Obviously, we got a lot of caution laps in there, but if they have to pit under green while the rest of the field circulates under green, it's going to be hold your breath time to hope the whole green flag pit cycle cycles through. So far, 8 laps green in this run. Check in on our automatic caution maker. He's by himself right now, so may not be able to get one. Lucas is closing in on him, though, so it could get spicy. About to go a lap down. Blake Giglio makes his way around Tyler Lehnen. He's gotten by Sneed and Lehnen in the last lap and a half. Blake up to 3rd. This green flag run coming at a perfect time for him. Has that tire advantage on that 16 truck, and his opponents are not going to be pitting unless the yellow comes out or they run out of their fuel tank, because Clapper-Duel does go a lap down. Hopefully everyone makes it around him cleanly. He goes up the track right in front of Tyler Lehnen and gets turned. Once again, Clapper-Duel trying to bring out a yellow. This time doesn't succeed. Oh my gosh. Check in on Tyler Lehnen's truck. Truck looks okay. Just had to lose a little bit of time there. Good night, Ethan. Have a great one. Hoytsma out front now by a full second over Hayden, who has a full second over Blake, who has a full second over Tyler Lehnen, who has 2/10 over Trent Sneed. Oh, Clapper-Newell again, causing some havoc. Let's see what we missed here. It's Catalano, Dalton Hayes, Joel Munchell. I think the truck behind them kind of had a moment. There you go, Daniel Llewellyn. Truck very wounded, going very slow, not meeting the minimum speed. Blake Giglio reeling in Hayden Lowell. It's down to 0.6 of a second between the two. Blake catching the leader overall as well, running down Lucas. So Blake enjoying this long green flag run. Looks like we're 13 laps and counting since we dropped the green. Trucks that'll be in good shape if it stays green. Trucks like Harper came down and topped off the tank. Harper now up into the 9th spot, passing Colin Teague. Picking up 4th in the playoff order as well. Colin came down on that pit stop and topped off the tank, so he is in good shape. Hoytsma hasn't been to the pit lane in 39 laps. One of the oldest sets of tires on the track, along with Hayden Lowell and Tyler Lehnen, all on the same strategy, and Cody Cleaver. Blake has 16 lap fresher tires in the 16 truck as he runs down the 56 Hayden Lowell. We know the trucks can go approximately 30 to 35 laps. Flat out. We'll see if they're trying to save. But if we start getting the green flag cycles, it'll be a long time before someone like Nathan Harper has to pit. Blake finally clears the 56 of Hayden. Now he is 1.4 back from Lucas. I expect that to come down once he gets Hayden kind of off his bumper. Nice to see those two playing nice for once. They don't always. And that gap immediately starts dropping down to 1.3. Keep an eye on Blake running down Lucas as they pass the 89 once again. Not real sure why the 89 is still out there. If the truck's that beat up and he's not in the playoffs and doesn't really have much to race for. Just enjoys being a nuisance, I think. I think Lucas heard me say Blake was clear. He started to pick it up a little bit. .34 the gap. Checking on Lane, and he's under attack from Trenton. Trenton has 7 lap fresher tires than the 64. Cliff Mullins is there. The 2 of Cleaver is there. 63 of Travis Martin's there. Nice little group hanging out here. Trenton trying to put that inside move in on Tyler Lane and coming off turn number 4. See if he can keep the nose there and get down to 1 while he's still on the inside. That would give him a chance at it. Tyler probably just going to keep it throttled up. And yeah, gets into the wall, so that's going to help Trenton. He did keep it throttled up, but a little too much. Got into the outside wall. Trenton going to have to pinch the truck down. They're going to be side by side. Cliff momentarily thought about taking it 3 wide. Thought better of that. Trenton now the preferred line. As the inside in 3 and 4 are advantageous, and he will clear. Trenton up to the 4 spot. Lanen drops to 5th. Cliff Mullins, same strategy as Trenton, so he has fresher tires than Lanen. Truck in trouble in this group's Cody Cleaver. 44 laps since he's been on the pit lane in that yellow, white, and dark gray 2. Strategy playing out all kinds of different ways. Tyler Lanen gets sent by Cliff Mullins down to the inside. I think Tyler's decided it's time to pit. It's been 44 laps for him. He's will come down with 30 to go. And who's that up ahead of him? I believe that's Clapper Newell, maybe. See, there's Matt Benke. Dalton Hayes is on the pit lane. Pit lane in a popular place all of a sudden. Tyler Lanen's down there, and Hayden Lowell, that was the other truck I saw. Hayden decided it's time to pit. So Blake Giglio takes the lead from Lucas Heusman. Lucas is coming out of the pit lane with 30 to go. Blake Giglio takes over the race lead. Now it becomes hold your breath time, because guys like Nathan Harper, as long as they stop hitting the wall, don't have to pit for a while. Blake takes over the race lead. Keeping an eye on for any pit penalties. So far, no one's pit stop running egregiously long. Hayden Lowell in and out clean. Tyler Lanen looks like he is down and away okay. Trenton's on the pit lane in the 81 truck. He had 7 lap fresher stuff than Lucas and them, but he decided it was time for him as well. It's like Cliff Mullins in the 37, hitting the pit lane. All these trucks pitting now can make it to the end, so Hayden Lowell, the leader of the trucks that have pitted, although Hoytsma coming off now, we'll see if he's able to stay ahead of Hayden or not. It's going to be close. See Hoytsma hustling that thing off of the pit lane. And here comes Hayden. Hayden has a shot. Lucas thought about moving up, then thought way better of it. Hayden takes that lead away from Lucas. Patsy Catalano is in the wall right in front of our leaders. Well, not leaders per se, but you know what I mean. This would be the lead once everyone pits. Catalano was right in the wall in front of him. That had to scare him. We'll keep an eye on this as things progress. Blake Giglio out front. He's running more than a second off his normal pace on these older tires. Daniel Llewellyn hits the pit lane, the 23. He likes to run long, and he only went 24 laps on that run. Travis Martin running in the 2nd spot. Same strategy as Giglio. Harper, as we told you, came down, topped off his tank on that last run, so he has got the most fuel of anyone that hasn't pit. Only 24 laps so far for him. And here come Hoytsma and Hayden Lowell. They're going to get past Harper here. Not for position, obviously. These trucks both a lap down. They need to get past Blake to get back on the lead lap. Cody Cleaver brings the 2 down the pit lane. You see him behind a light pole. Blake still leads. 34 laps and counting on this run for him. Colin Teague, playoff trucks, hit the pit lane. 50 truck, getting 4 tires and fuel. Jeremy Clapper-Duell on the pit lane. Extended repairs for the 89 truck. I think he has finally decided enough is enough. Unfortunately for Cleaver, we may have a penalty. No way he'd want to repair damage under green, and he has gone into the 32nd bracket, so this 2 trucks picked up a penalty, dropping him out of the top 10. Lucas Weissman, Hayden Lowell still knows the tail. This will be hugely important when it comes time to decide who's going to win this race. Hoytza all over the back of that Napa truck as they catch 63 Travis Martin. Martin's in second. J Munch drops out of 5th spot to pit. Martin gets out of the way of those 2 as he tags the wall. They'll blast on by. Still a lap down both of these trucks. Hoytza making a move to the inside as they head down to turn number 1. Hayden drives it in there deep as expected. They're going to be catching Blake Giglio try to unlap themselves. But they're about 10 seconds behind him. Trucks to the pit. Hayden Lowell 6th, Lucas Weissman 7th, Trenton Sneed 8th, Tyler Lane in 9th, and Cliff Mullins in 10th. Well, Ash Brenner is bringing it to the pit lane in the 31. That'll move them up to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Whoa, Cody Cleaver got big time out of shape back there behind Blake. Looks like Lucas has backed off Hayden a little bit. Daniel Wallen and Joel Munchell, this is for position. J Munch just came off the pit lane. Daniel Wallen, 3 laps in C-pit. These 2 are 12th and 13th. Lucas starting to run back down Hayden Lowell. The gap was up over half a second, shot down to 0.35. So we wait for our top 4 to make their final pit stop. Blake Giglio, Travis Martin, Nathan Harper, and Patsy Catalano. The top 2 are going to have to pit before the other 2. So we'll see Blake and Travis on the pit lane before anyone else. Travis 11 seconds back behind Blake, so Blake had a really good open to that run. Absolutely flying into 16. I think at this point he is praying for the caution. If you get a caution now, the only trucks on the lead lap would be the top 4 plus Hayden when he gets the lucky dog. But here comes Blake to the pit lane. Lap 39. Not as far as he could go. See him lock up that rear wheel as he slides it onto the pit lane. Confirmed for Cody Cleaver, he did pick up a 40-second hold. So that's why we saw Cody sitting in the pit lane as long as we did. Tough break for Cleaver, now shown 15th, 2 laps down. Travis Martin going to take over the race lead in that 63 truck. He's 11 seconds back behind Blake Giglio. Catalano had more fuel and could have gone longer, but Catalano's brought it to the pit lane. Catalano was on the same strategy as Harper, so that's a little shocking. As things stand now, 8 trucks would be on the lead lap if a yellow came out. Tyler Lane would be your lucky dog. Now Catalano goes a lap down, puts us back to 7, and now Blake goes a lap down as Travis Martin goes around him. Blake's going to have very fast tires, though. Won't take him long to unlap himself as long as he doesn't crash. Coming out of the pit lane, he spins it out. Does that trigger the yellow? It does. Blake Giglio spins coming out of the pit lane and is a lap down as a result. He gives the caution Travis Martin, Nathan Harper, Hayden Lowell really wanted. Wow. Blake Giglio loses it coming out of the pit lane, bringing out a caution with 18 to go. Trapping everyone. Tyler Layden back a lap down. Layden will, of course, get the lucky dog. It'll be 6 trucks on the lead lap. If all the leaders pit, it'll be one thing, but if Lucas Weissman stays out, it could see a lot of trucks a lap down. Depending on how many trucks Lucas is ahead of, I guess. As there is your leader, Travis Martin. He's bringing it to the pit lane. So everyone that's ahead of the first truck that doesn't pit, which may be Hayden. If he stays out, Hayden may have a set of tires. We'll see. We shall see. Check in with him. Here comes Hayden. Coming to the pit lane, as is Lucas Hoytsma and Trenton Sneed. Tyler Layden, first truck behind the pace car. He's going to get the lucky dog here. He'll get the pit and be ahead of the waiver rounds. The waiver rounds are going to be Cliff Mullins, Dalton Hayes, Blake Giglio, Patsy Catalano, Colin Teague, Jay Munch, Daniel Llewellyn, Matt Benke. They're all going to be back on a lead lap, back to 14th, but they're got to take the wave around, have the worst set of tires, and be behind everybody that's pitting now. That really shook up the field. Here comes Hoytsma and Lowell to the pit lane. We're going to have a very small amount of laps for Lucas Hoytsma and Hayden Lowell to try to get back to the front. Harper out in front in that Chick-fil-A Ford. He won 2 races this season. He's trying to pick up another one. Would be absolute theft if he could pull it off. Tyler Lane in second. Travis Martin comes out of the pit lane. 4 tires, fuel, even a little damage repair. Brings out third. Hayden Lowell, fresh set of tires, brings it out in fourth. Lucas Hoytsma going to be restarting fifth. He'll be on the inside line. That is not preferred for him, I don't think. Especially not in 1 and 2. Trenton on the lead lap 6. Cliff Mullins still waiting for that wave around, so it's going to be 6 trucks plus that wave around lucky dog truck. I believe that was Tyler Layden. Yep, see, it's the pit lane. So Layden will be behind the top 5 that were on the lead lap. And then all the wave around trucks will be behind him, which would be Cliff, Dalton, Blake, Colin Teague, Jay Munch, Daniel Llewellyn, Matt Benke. Catalano's on the pit lane. Cleaver's going to get from 2 laps down to 1 lap down, as is Will Asherrenner. Quinn Newton's back out there. We may not be done with the cautions because Quinn Newton and Jeremy Clapper Newell back on track. 8 and 12 laps down respectively, one of those. Introspectively. Retrospectively. So Harper's your leader. Everyone in front of him's taking a wave around. I believe it's 10 trucks ahead of him taking a wave around. When they get to the line, I think it'll be 1 to go, and you will see all these trucks just start hauling tail around here. There they go. Lights on the pace car and wave around trucks. Try to catch up to the back of the field. That'll give us 13 trucks on the lead lap with Matt Menke, the last of those. Catalano 1 lap down 14th in the lucky dog spot. Should the caution wave again. Cleaver in this pack here trying to catch up. Also 1 lap down, as is Will Ashbrenner in the 31. Hold your breath. It's going to get exciting. Fastest 2 trucks are 3rd and 4th. Behind a couple of Fords. Nathan Harper and Travis Martin. Harper, Lowell, Sneed all going for that automatic berth into the Final 4 with the win. All in the top 5. You see the 88s lined up alongside Trenton. It's just because that's where all the wave rounds have to go in behind them. Green flag in the air. Harper gets the jump. Hoytsman's going to take full advantage of that. Lucas trying to get outside Travis Martin. Hayden looking way to the bottom on the inside of the Ghost Man. Nothing doing there. Martin's going to be able to clear to the wall. Hoytsma pushing him down the backstretch. My goodness, that was close. If Lucas able to get to the inside of Travis coming off turn 4. Nothing doing this time. They're on equal strategy now. All have the same set of tires. Lucas looks to the inside. Travis, a bit of a bobble, but Lucas gets one too. He stays in the throttle, trying to get the run. Blake's making moves back there. It's inside Tyler Lane trying to take the 6th spot away, and does. 13 laps to go from Darlington. Lucas just searching for any way to get alongside the Ghost Man. Oh, Travis gets it big time out of shape. Is he going to save it? Lucas gets out of shape now. Trenton's going to dive through the middle. Everyone's going the right direction, so as long as no one clobbers anyone, we're going to stay green. Blake Giglio takes it all the way up the 4th spot as a result. Holy cow. Hayden Lowell is now 2nd. Trenton Sneed's 3rd. Blake Giglio running in 4th behind Catalano, the lap truck. That was a whale of a job saving it by both Travis Martin and Lucas Hoisman, without really hurting anybody too much, except themselves. Both those trucks out of the playoffs, so they were trying to be very mindful of those trucks racing around them. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, all playoff contenders at the top of the field. Harper trying to run away with 11 to go. Hayden Lowell trying to run him down. Trenton Sneed 3rd, probably happy where he is. Blake Giglio trying to catch them all in 4th. Blake, slightly older tire, as he did not pit after that last spin he had. That way he could take the wave around. From the wave around to 4th with 10 to go is just darn impressive. Was not a lot of time there, but he was able to navigate that wreck nicely. Hoytsman now 5th. Tyler Lane battling him. Hoytsman, I'm sure, heated up those rear tires a bit with that slide. Have Cliff Mullins and Travis Martin and the 2 truck between them with Cody Cleaver. Cody a lap down. Dalton Hayes 9th. Colin Teague all the way down to 10th. His playoff hopes are getting dashed a bit. Hayden Lowell's run down the 7 of Harper. What is Hayden going to be willing to do? What is Harper going to be able to do? These last 8.5 laps as they run through 3 and 4. In front of the Pearson grandstands. 8 laps to go from Darlington. Things are getting exciting. Hayden's run him down. Very difficult track to pass on. Catalano's had an issue in the 54, well off the racing surface. Hopefully we won't get a caution if he drives back up onto the surface. So far, okay. Lucas waits for Cliff Mullins. Lucas goes around the outside. Takes over that 6th spot. And the caution waves. Unfortunate. Catalano looks like again involved. Benke there also. Trying to figure out which one actually brought it out. Watch the 35 here. Gets the back into the outside wall. Catalano's already crashed. They make contact. So the 15th and 16th place trucks bring out a caution. Unfortunate, as we were about to have one whale of a battle for the lead. That helps all those trucks that had to take a wave around. Now they can, if they have a set, come down and take a set of tires. This changes everything. Harper probably felt pretty confident as long as Hayden didn't turn him. Harper, Lowell, Steed, Giglio all contending for 3 spots left in the playoffs. For certain, one of those 4 is not making it. Hayden fakes it. Cliff Mullins looks like he's coming. So Cliff on the pit lane. Lucas stays out. Travis stays out. Dalton Hayes hits the pit lane. Colin Teague, Daniel Wallen, Jay Munch, all lead lap trucks getting fresh tires here. This is going to be a mess. 7 trucks stay out on the lead lap. And the next 5 pit for fresh tires. Man, oh man. Pull tight on those belts because it's about to get spicy. Alright, chat, take your picks. 5 to go. Under caution here. We'll probably get restarted with 3 or 2 to go. Take your picks. Cody Cleaver gets his lap back. So we'll lead 13 on the lead lap. Scott's taking the 16, Blake Giglio. Guess I should take someone, huh? Well, Red Cell's, of course, picking Trenton. That was who I was going to pick, Red Cell. I think Hayden's going to push for the win here and it get a little wrong. and Trenton goes through for the win. We've already seen it once tonight. First and second crashing. Cody, picking up what I'm laying down, says the same thing. I'm feeling that. I am feeling that. Chrissy with the 81. A lot of picks for that 81. Do have trucks on fresh tires. You never know if we get a bunch of these restarts. Cliff Mullins in 8 is the highest one on fresh rubber. I think that'll only be a factor if everyone wrecks or if we go into like the overtimes. We've seen it before. Especially in this truck series. We had Jay Richter pick up a win because 33 of the 34 trucks on track wrecked. He was the 34th. Sure Jay much hates when I bring that up because he looked like he had that one and someone came like a missile out of the infield and just clobbered him. And it made a great GIF. So we can be thankful for that. I think we'll get lights out here. And that should give us 2 to go, a natural green-white checker. Yes, we do. Here we go. What kind of start can Harper get? Are we going to see some tire spin? We go see absolute calamity. The top 4 are all contending for one of those 3 spots in the finale next week. Man, oh man. And Lucas Hoyce, the fastest truck most of the night, restarts 6th. Fresh tires in that purple, blue, and black truck, 37 Cliff Mullins. There's a lot going on with this little restart here. Whole lot going on. Half a lap away from this green flag. I'm nervous and I'm not even out there. I don't have a dog in the fight. It's one of these times where I'm happy to be up in the booth. This is going to get dramatic, I think. Pace car is off. Here we go. Natural green-white checker. So this doesn't count towards our 3. Harper gets him going here. Blake Giglio trying to stay alongside Hayden Law. These two, as we mentioned earlier in the cast, have quite a history. Not getting along. I think Hayden's going to drive it in here. He's going to try to slide up front of Blake. Blake lets him have it, and back to the inside goes Giglio. Blake knew he was going to come up the track, gave it to him. Trenton's battling Tyler Lanen. So we watch this battle for second. Harper hoping they just keep it green. He wants to see these two fight side by side and drive away. Contact between the 16 and 56, making the 7 truck quite happy. We get the white flag, so we are going to end in regulation. Hayden drives it in deep and clears Blake Giglio. Now he's going to go after Harper. Harper wishing they were still side by side, I am sure. Let's see if Harper protects the bottom here. Contact. Hayden Lowell gets into the Nathan Harper in the 7, shoves him up the track. Hayden Lowell going to win it dirty. Harper into the wall. 56 gets the win. Blake Giglio 2nd. Tyler Lane in 3rd. Lucas Hoytsma 4th. Trenton Sneed brings it home 5th. Cliff Mullins 6th. Nathan Harper winds up a disappointing 7th, and he is not going to be happy.
Thank you.
Travis Martin 8th. There it is. Colin Teague 9th. Daniel Lowell in 10th. Hayden Lowell gets the win.
That was fun, Joel. Damn, I don't get behind you the whole damn time. I had a whole lot better entry into turn 1. It was killing me.
I'm with you, heck, dude. I didn't like it. I am with you. Well, let's get our interviews in before Blake disappears. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
How's it going?
Going good. I figured I'd grab you before you disappeared. You got a P2 tonight, strong run. We'll see if it's enough to move you on here in a little bit, but tell me about your race.
Yeah, I think I think we have enough with Hayden winning, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, good race. We ran all right. We weren't the fastest again tonight. Seems like we've been struggling a little bit in the truck as of late, but it's all right. Hopefully we can compete next week and we can get the win in the championship if we're racing for it.
There you go. All right, bud. Congrats on that P2. You got the Friends Family Sponsor shout-outs for us tonight, sir?
Yeah, obviously you for broadcasting. Everyone at SRL, Artemis, obviously, for everything they do. That was a good finish there. Hoping those two are going to wreck each other. Looks like only one got turned there, so I'm glad I was able to gain a spot from that, and I think that really helped me with Harper not winning there. So thanks to Hayden there for that one, and hopefully we can make the Final Four.
10-4. We'll see how it all shakes out in a bit. Good luck.
Thanks.
See if we can track down Tyler Lanin or Hayden Law. Looking through the voice channels, there's Hayden. Hayden, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Swiss.
Well, it got spicy there at the end. Did you really mean to move him that much, or just trying to ruffle him a little bit?
Just tried to ruffle him up a little bit, move him up out of the groove. He entered the corner maybe. I expected him to enter right on the line, and he's about a couple foot up. But he saved it, so he didn't wreck. He didn't go around off of me, and that's the important part. But we can be in my DMs, Jeremy, all you want, but I mean, he saved it. You can call me dirty, whatever. Moving on to the Final Four. That's the important part. We're going to go race for a championship next week at Homestead. And Jeremy's want to talk after tonight. So
10-4. Well, it was definitely an interesting night. I always love Darlington. What about you?
Darlington's a great track. I wish it got like one more surface update in terms of grip levels, and it'd be absolutely fantastic here because it's just a little. It's almost there for being that multi-groove racetrack, and one more update and it would be right there, and it would be probably second or third best track on the sim. So I love this place.
I mean, half the track is multi-groove. Just don't do it 3 and 4.
1 and 2 is the one that really needs the help. 3 and 4 needs just a little bit on the very exit on the top, and that apron needs a bunch more grip, and it would be fantastic here.
I don't think the apron should have grip, though,
But, I mean, if you look in real life, that's where they're running when they run the bottom. They're running that lane below the white line, so.
Fair enough. All right, well, congrats on the win. Congrats on moving on to that Final Four next week, and we'll see how it all shakes out.
I finally won a truck race.
You did, when it counted.
Woo! Do I get to shout out my sponsors?
No. Yes.
Oh, okay, bye.
Go ahead.
Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, C2X, and Madigan Motorsports, as always. We'd like to thank you, Swiss, for putting on the broadcast. We'd like to thank Cody Cleaver and Labor 12 for putting on the truck series. Would like to thank all of our other admins and sponsors over at the Sidewinder Racing Leagues that put on our 9 different leagues across 6 different days of the week.
See Blake's really good drift behind you.
I did. That was awesome, Blake.
Cool.
We need to do points so we know who the Final Four is before you get off the air here.
I mean, I'm going to do it on Twitch, but not so much on YouTube.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. Are you doing them right now?
I am doing them right now.
Perfect. Well, I can wait for you then, but I'm going to pull Tyler Lanin in, so if you just hush for a minute and I'll talk to him.
Getting me to shut up is interesting.
Hi, Lanin. How are you? Tyler. There he
I'm
is.
getting yelled at by someone. Someone might be mad at me.
Well, what did you do?
Hayes. Who's Hayes?
Dalton Hayes is yelling at you? What did you do to Dalton Hayes?
I guess I gave him shit for something, and then I hit the 7 at the end. I don't know. I don't really get the importance of that little deal.
I mean, beef is beef.
Let's
To
see,
be
where'd he
honest,
finish? Hold up.
with Dalton, I'll just come back a day later and see if it's important.
He finished 12th. I'm not really concerned with him.
We brought it home third. Fun race here at Darlington. Looks like you're up in that top 6 most of the race, and then pulled out a top 3 there at the end. How was it?
Yeah, I felt like I was a 3rd place car. Oh, Hayden's in here now.
Yep.
Anyways, I felt like I was a 3rd place car, and then I was a 3rd place car pretty much.
That is how it works. Although you're in a truck, so it's a little interesting to be a car.
Yeah, I forgot about that. My truck identifies as a car.
Oh God.
So.
Congrats on that 3rd place run. You got the Friends Family and Sponsor shoutouts tonight.
No one.
No one. There you go. Not even the cool stuff that you put all over your truck.
Nope.
Well, at least Labor 12 gives us this truck series to race, right? Thanks to them.
Labor 12
There you go.
and Puffer Zone.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And come on back tomorrow, huh?
Maybe.
Gen 4 Cup cars. I know you love that.
Where they at?
I don't know.
Las Vegas.
There you go.
Oh, ew.
Ew.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought.
Vegas is great. Yeah, who made that schedule anyway?
I don't know, some dumbass.
All right, Tyler, get out of here.
Alright.
All right, what's points look like, Aiden?
All right, so Harry won last week, correct?
Yes. Yep. Harry's through.
All right, so Harry and myself move on via wins, and via points, it is Blake Giglio and Nathan Harper racing for a championship.
Well, that's good. I'm glad Nathan still made it, even though he got moved.
First one out is Trenton Sneed, but he's out by 12 points, so
Pretty far.
Nathan could have totally wrecked and finished last on the lead lap, and he still would have been through. So,
Well, congrats to them. Sorry for Trent. Gave it a run, but came up short. 5th place for him at Darlington. I'm sure he would take that most of the time.
I'm sure he'd take that all of the time.
And Colin Teague and Margison not quite able to move on. And Jeff Price took his wheel and went home last week. So, it's what it is.
It is what it is. You got to run the races to be in the races.
All right, so next week, what track is it at?
Good old Homestead Miami Speedway.
You sounded way too excited about that. I know it's one of your favorites.
It is one of my favorites. Didn't treat me well last night, but we're gonna go race for a championship there next week.
There you go. Well, we got Hayden Blake, and it was Harper, and what was the fourth one? Brains.
Harry.
Harry, there we go. Harry won last week. That's why I couldn't remember who it was. He's not here tonight. Sorry, Harry. But
Harry, 2 nights in a row, just winning the race and then not showing up the next week.
I know, what a boss.
Right.
He's like, I'm through. I don't need to be there.
Yeah.
What a flex. Anyway, thanks Hayden for doing the points for us. Letting us know who the final 4 are. We appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you very much. No problem.
Hayden, your winner tonight. Let's go ahead and run through our sponsors after we look at our final results. All the important things here at the end of the race. We have, getting the win, Hayden. Blake Giglio second. Tyler Lane finishes out the podium. Lucas Heusman, Trenton Sneed pick up top 5s. Cliff Mullins, Nathan Harper, Travis Martin, Colin Teague, Daniel Llewellyn rounding out the top 10. Nice run for Daniel. You have Jay Munch, Dalton Hayes, Cody Cleaver, Will Ashbrenner, Catalano, Matt Benke, Quinn Newton, Clapper Newell, Margison, and Dave Hoytsman. The final page. TJ Floyd, and not even getting the truck out on track tonight, Jarrett Talmadge will show his 22nd, but not actually get credit for a start. Thank you all for watching. Let's go ahead and run through the sponsor slides and pay the bills. We have Wild Horse Broadcasting doing our ARCA series every Monday night. Rev Sim Shop did our Dirt Street Stock race to start us off tonight, so appreciate them. Check them out at revsimshop.com. Then tonight we had the Labor 12 Truck Series. A lot of action we had tonight here at Darlington. A good time. Check out this awesome rock band, Labor 12, laborxii.com. Arc Music does our Gen 4 Cup Series tomorrow night. Then we have Fort Worth Screen Printing doing our Xfinity Series on Thursdays. John Garrett and people over there, awesome group of people. Golden Eagle Syrup, delicious stuff. Check them out. They do our Super Speedway Series on Fridays. And CTC Race Network puts on our IndyCar Series every late Friday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Come check it all out. And we got more series than that. 9 different leagues for you guys to check out and be a part of. So come check out everything, dgsracing.com. We appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.